Hi guys, we're going to be cleaning up your Notion workspace in day one so that you go from this messy left sidebar to something that's very easy to manage with Para. Para is the structure of a second brain, and it's built to have the most high frequency content at the top, and then the low frequency content that you need to access less regularly at the bottom. So firstly, what's Para all about? It's about projects, areas, resources, and archive. That's what the acronym stands for. Examples of projects are like websites that you're building for clients, renovating your home, also just like crafts and projects that you're doing. You can think of them as having a start date and an end date. That's what makes them different to an area. And an area is an area of ongoing support and management that never really ends. So something like personal finances is an area that you don't stop doing. There's no start and end date. You just have to keep doing that. And the same with your business, there might be this area of developing marketing strategies. That's just the ongoing part of maintenance in your business. So that's the difference between projects and areas, start dates and end dates. Areas actually in the Notion AI approach aren't as important. They could be helpful dashboards for your team, and you can jump in there and start creating a new area with this template. That'll create a sort of dashboard for your team to organize around and go, okay, like how do we coordinate here? So consider using areas like that. But otherwise, they're mostly for tagging in the Notion AI world, where once you start using Notion's AI tools, you'll notice that you'll be spending more time in projects. So it's really important to get all the information that you're using into projects. Resources are like Lego bricks. They're basically reusable templates and structures and content. So this could be press kits, this could be slide presentations, this could be key documentation. Any templates for visuals and graphics could live in resources because you need to reuse those Lego bricks in your projects. I mean, the archive is just where you leave old things and where you don't have a clear use for them, but you can come back to them later. I've left notes as well, so if you want to just take notes and leave them in there, you can. And there's also an actions to-do list, but I haven't been too strict about that because so many people have different to-do systems. Some people are in third-party apps. It's there if you need it. So the first part of going from the confusing left sidebar to a clean sidebar like this is that you need to create a bunch of new pages. So inside your team space, you want to create like 4 or 5 new pages. Name that one projects. Now what you're going to do is, like my sidebar, you're going to have projects, areas, resources, archive, and then you're going to go to the second brain template. And what you're going to probably want to do is go to projects and move this top content into there if you want to keep it. And plop that in there. Let's delete that. And then you're going to move this database from the projects. So let's come back to the second brain template and click the little burger bar there, the menu, and click move to, and then the new page that is projects. So now you can see that the database has moved from here and it's actually in the separate page. The reason for this is just so you have a tidy sidebar. You can exist in your second brain just all as one page that you use and scroll down. I've just found it very helpful to move this all into the sidebar, and then everything is categorized really neatly. You don't have this kind of enveloping and overwhelming left sidebar. Everything just has its place in the sidebar. So do that for all of the key databases and repeat that for areas and resources and the archive until you get something that looks a little bit like my first setup. I'm going to move this back to the previous page. So move to second brain template. Great. And I'm going to delete these pages now. So your left sidebar should end up looking a little bit like mine. And if you have loads of stuff in the sidebar that you don't know where it's meant to go, leave it in the archive. Ideally, you put it somewhere that you know what it is. So if you know it's a project, move it into projects and just click and drag it into that database. But if you are unsure of if it's a resource or an area or something, just leave it in the archive for now. You can always remove it again. For instance, if there's a bunch of projects here, like let's say I was working on this project, I would just dump it in the archive. And then I would come back to it and go, okay, well, I've got all these pages that are at the bottom. They're not in the database. Here's this, this old project. Let's move that into there. And now it's in the archive, ready for me to figure out where it's going to go later. Don't worry, this is an iterative process. You don't have to get this right first time. This is just to tidy up the sidebar and make sure that you're all set up for the next lesson, where we're going to be looking at how to capture information into your second brain and then organize it into the right place using some AI tools and also some third-party apps that are going to be going out to all your information sources and bringing them in, like the Notion Web Clipper, to save links from the web so that you can put them in your projects. So get ready for that lesson tomorrow.